if we're not providing to our own communities, the reason why the local banks and everything, it all comes in, we're not interested in this GDP fucking bullshit. You're interested in a quality of life for local people. Can they house their own family? Can they bring up a large family? Stop fighting other fucking nations for no reason. And the only reason we're doing it is because these people, the little hats, the twirlers, right? You know, the ones who say, oh, we've been persecuted for 3,000 years. Well, really? Well, stop starting fucking wars with people then. I've had with people. If you listen, the way it's going, you're going to lose the fucking union and you're going to lose the monarchy. So the two things that these so-called traditionalists, right, and the acts of union isn't a good thing. It never was a good thing. Dicey said that. Dicey is fully against. A.V. Dicey was fully against the union, right? He started off as a unionist, and then he realised and read the law and said, hang on a minute, this ain't good, right? Majorly, everyone needs to understand this. The compromise is to reverse engineer and null and void, right? Ab initio, right? That means it was never, ever law in the first place because it was not good law. You need to remove that from our system entirely. And once that's what they fear the most. That's what they fear the most, because they know if we as the people was enforcing our constitution and our common law rights, they'd all be banging trouble. We'd have half of them fucking hung, right, hanged within 6 months. You say, right, you're the ones who have committed treason. This is the sentence for treason in England, whether you like it or not. All right, we don't have to draw and quarter them, but they do need to be strung up, and it needs to be public, right? Look at what they've done to our country and our future generations. They did this to some companies and run their profit. Let me have a look. Low wanting to help from USA, Joker. We're divided by all these different groups instead of joining into one force and have a bigger voice by divide and conquer. So they're not real patriots. Yeah, I saw your post earlier to Rupert telling him this. It's like we are all talking to brick walls. No, exactly, right? They're not, listen, they talk about the working class. They don't, listen, the Labour Party was created by the Fabian Society. Tell the fucking truth about what actually happened, right? Who are the people who funded the fucking Fabian Society? The Rockefellers and Rothschilds, for fuck's sake. The Rothschilds are bankers. But the type of central banking system that is controlling us today is communist in nature. It is not capitalist, right? Anything that centralises is communism. And there is one class of people that is regarded as classless, right? And they're called slaves. They don't give a fuck what colour you are. They will make you a slave. You are a serf. You are nothing in that system whatsoever. At least a real capitalist system. I agree with Rupert Lowe. We haven't lived in a capitalist society for a fucking long time. And let me tell you something else while I'm at it, right? He mentions in that video the Victorian era and the stored up wealth, and go around looking around the country and see the stuff that was built by the Victorians. I'll tell you what one of them things was. They were the only people and London is still living using most of that infrastructure, the sewage system. It was not vaccines, right, that stopped the illnesses, big serious illnesses, plagues. It was not vaccines. It was a full Comanche fucking sewage system. We're still using that system. What did? They went and fucking privatised it.